A few weeks ago, you remember David Begnaud from CBS was in town trying to find one of his stories for part of the series Begnaud. And we have found the subject of the story that David Begnaud did, and he's right here. It is Matt Hicks. Matt, awfully good to see you. What went through your mind when you were playing on the bridge and this guy named David Begnaud from CBS sort of comes into your life?
Well, first couple of days, actually, that I interacted with him, it was just in passing. I was playing up there one night, and he had walked by, and I think he kind of caught me at the end of me playing, and I had been tearing down. And he seemed to stop at the song that I had played, Forever Young. And he asked if I was done. I said, yeah. I said, I'll be here tomorrow. And I think I missed him completely the next day. But after I was packing up, I ran into him that next day because he was walking by. He said, will you be here tomorrow? I said, yeah. And it ended up with me performing that next day and them showing up. And they had a camera crew, and it was an interesting time. It was good, though.
Why is the song Forever Young important to you?
Well, through some hard times in life, I heard that song, and when I heard it, it was sung by an artist named Audra May, who took it and kind of had made it her own. And it was just kind of almost like a reconstruction of my life, because I'd gone through some things. And during that time, it had a lot of intention behind the words, you know, like all the words that were there, they were like a blessing almost, and they had, if I could analyze the words, I would just say that they really hit home in my heart at that time.
I know your interaction with David Begnaud hit hard with him, personally and professionally. I know because I've talked to him since the shoot. What happened when you found out, and what went through your mind when you found out, I'm going to be on national television?
I was like, well, that's cool. You know, I wasn't trying to push to get any of that kind of exposure, but I know that it can be very helpful. And my biggest thought, sincerely, was, I hope I didn't look silly. I hope I didn't sound dumb, all these different things like that.
You didn't either one. You look great.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You looked absolutely great. Has your life changed since that story began airing on CBS?
It has. I've gotten a lot more attention through my social media accounts. People contacted me, just encouragement. I had a lot of people say, hey, you know, your voice touched me, and your story, just a little bit that we heard, it was very meaningful to me and impacted my life.
I'm going to ask you a question that David Begnaud from CBS asked you. What sets your soul on fire?
When I'm singing, and it's definitely more than just the singing in and of itself. There's this thing that I can't explain it past this. It's like you kind of get caught up in the singing. There's a connection. You can tell when people are almost like receiving something from you when you're singing. There's this exchange there. And I find that happens usually when you're in the place to where you feel the music yourself, like it's something that's passionately coming from you in the music. So it's something that you can connect to yourself, and you can perform and sing that. There's this exchange of energy, and I think that when you sing songs like Forever Young, what it is the words are filled with hope, they're filled with blessing, they're filled with things like that. It definitely seems to be an empowering force, and it takes life, and it just puts you like on a high in that moment.
How do we find out more about Matt Hicks and the music behind you?
Well, there's several ways you can. Obviously, just like with David and yourself, if you ever are just strolling across the Walnut Street Bridge and the weather's nice, it's very likely that I'm up there playing and singing. I have social media accounts. You can find me usually at Matt Hicks Music. I do have a website with that same address that will be going up soon, matthicksmusic.com. But my Instagram, the tag there is Matthew Hicks. It's like Matthew Hicks, but with a C before the H, because somebody already had Matthew.
Matt, I wish we had more time, but we will have you back. Best of luck in your musical journey. I'm not going to say your career, it's already there, but your musical journey. You've come a long ways. And knowing the kind of musician you are, I know you're not going to be satisfied until you're at the end of the road. Stick around. We're back with more after this.
Thank you, Chip.